Hello again, this is the second part of our binary options project on fairbinaryoptions.com. As you remember, we discussed about Bollinger Bands and the beauty of this trend indicator, and on the first part we focused on the trend indicators, properties and where to go and trade both call and put options, in this case put options. But how do we know actually? How do we know when to fade the move using the Bollinger Bands? And I would say that this euro US dollar at current prices in here, it is perfectly illustrating what I'm about to say. Whenever you look for the simple moving average, basically this one, to act as a transitional or to make the transition between the bullish and the bearish market, even on the lower time frames, because this is a daily chart, and being a daily chart, then you need to go on the lower time frames to see if that transition is indeed correct or not. And the key is to look if price is touching the lower Bollinger Band. If it is touching the lower Bollinger Band in here, then we only want to go and trade put option on a move higher. So market touches the Bollinger Band here, and then we go and trade put options where? When price comes into the SMA or the middle Bollinger Band, and when price comes into the upper Bollinger Bands. Now, being a daily chart, you gotta be careful here with the expiration date, as the expiration date should be according to the time frame that that one is trading. So not trading end of day, or not trading 1 hour or 5 minutes expiration date, because it really doesn't make any sense. But end of week and even end of month would be appropriate here, of course. And then market fades to close to the upside. I mean, it is touching the upper side of the band, but then when it comes here, it fails to do that as well. In here, by this very moment of time, when we have a close above the upper Bollinger Band, then we should look on any dip into the SMA to go and buy call options. On any dip into the SMA to go and buy call options. Even here it is recommended to buy call options, because price, it is failing to close below the Bollinger Band, the lower part in this case. So the transition from a bullish market to a bearish market is not done. However, the very next dip lower, at this very moment, we don't want to be on the long side anymore. We are not looking for call options anymore. But from this very moment, with this candle here lower, we see that market actually pierces the lower part of the Bollinger Band. So that implies that at the very first time that price it goes into the middle Bollinger Band, and even in the upper Bollinger Band, let's assume that it's going to be today. Now it is 0.592. Let's assume that it's going to be today. Then the levels are 0.734 and 0.920. So on any move into 0.734 and 0.920, the buyers will be to go and trade put options if it comes today, also here and here. But I cannot stress enough the importance of the time frame when it comes to choosing the expiration date, because this one here, let's assume that it comes today, 0.734. Today we are in the second half of November, so this one should go with end of week expiration date, and even end of month. I would go end of month. Even end of week is risky. End of month, something like 5 trading days. And also, if it comes 0.920, if it comes at the beginning of December, 0.920, or if it comes, let's say today, then again try to go with 1 month expiration date, and maybe if your broker allows, go with end of year expiration date, as this in here is as tricky can be. Thank you very much for being here. 2 different ways to trade binary options with the Bollinger Band indicator. First of all, treating it like a trend indicator it is, and second of all, looking at it as an indicator that is supposed to offer clues in complex correction. Well, this one is a complex correction. Thank you, and bye bye.